Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamac. This is Let's Play Croc, Legend of the Gobbos. In the last episode we defeated Baron Dante. Unfortunately he revived himself into some sort of crystal abomination, and we have to get through the secret world in order to defeat him again. So here we have Diet Burr. Oh boy, this is not going to be fun because we have a Fireball Dantini at the top there. A very brief window of opportunity to get up there. This might eat a lot of our lives attempting. One life to replenish the many lives you might have lost trying to do that. And we have these cogs again. Please let there be crystals in these boxes. I need crystals. Thank you. I'm definitely gonna need crystals with what they're planning on having me do, it looks like. Honestly, Croc isn't as bad with ice physics as some games can be. It's not great, but it's not the worst. Also, no color crystals. These are basically extended bonus levels because we're getting to the end is the goal. Cheeky. Although I think he is actually close enough that... Actually, no, I don't think you'd be able to jump to him, or at least not without taking a hit. So much for Snow World, we're already back into the World 1 theming. I don't know how that happened, but now we have to do the rest of it without taking a hit. I appreciate the box with crystals in it here. Keep moving, don't slow down for anything. I'm trying to remember, where did I hear that before? I know it's from a game, but I don't remember what game. I guess this is... Was this called Diet Burr? Because if it was, then the fact that we also have some World 1 theme here makes sense. Because we're only getting the diet version of an Ice World remix. Rude to put him right at the end where he's concealed by the darkness, isn't it? The thing is, Croc 1 is something I can just jump into and be almost fine for the entire time. Croc 2 not so much, because Croc 2 has a thing. Crystals you collect are actually used for purchasing things. Where the crystals you have at the end of the level are added to a total, and you can use it for buying things. And the thing is, you need to have specific items if you want to get all the crystals in a level, which is how you get the golden gobbos in that level, which is how you get the secret levels, which is how you get the secret ending. which means you might go in, not have enough item, and not have the right item, and they're consumable items, so you can't just buy them all in advance. So you might end up having to do grinding or replaying levels or all sorts of unfortunateness. So I kind of want to do a for myself playthrough of it, or not for myself, but an off-screen playthrough, and find out which levels need what items, so in advance I can already have them and I only need to play each level once. How come he's on a crumbling platform and it's not crumbling? That's very unfair. I'll take it. Actually, in a way, maybe there are remixes of the levels in the world? Yeah, like I still don't know what this switch does, but this looks familiar to a specific level in the desert world. But now with fireball dantinis. Yeah, this also looks very familiar. Unfortunately, that's a very small platform to land on, so if you get it wrong, then you slide right off. Yeah, I land on the edge, so Croc slides for a bit, which throws off my jump. On the upside, we have 37 lives, so we're pretty decent. There's not enough time. You have to be very precise with this landing. I did see that heart, so it is going to be worth turning around for. But, so I think I have mentioned before that this was planned to be a Yoshi game, a 3D Yoshi. And that does actually kind of make sense when you consider losing your crystals in one... in one hit you lose all your crystals. Let's say that this was based off of Yoshi's Island. And suddenly it does actually kind of make sense, because wasn't the thing in Yoshi's Island that if you take a hit, you lose Baby Mario and you have to recollect him? You know, I might end up needing all of these spare lives that I got. Remember, there's a difference between just tapping the jump button and holding it down. So many fireball dantinis! We've done better, but we've done worse. Crocs Interactive. I'm pretty sure it was Fox Interactive that it was somehow responsible for this game. I think maybe publishing, so interesting to see that's still here. Actually, wait, can I? Yeah, you can see in the background all the other islands that you've visited. So, I remember not being very good at this as a kid because I would get here and I would die to this obstacle. Because I wouldn't jump far enough, I'd grab onto the side and there's not enough time after grabbing onto the side of the platform to get up and then jump to the next. And we still don't have crystals, so we are quite likely to die to this guy. Yeah, I'm actually not sure how you're supposed to get past that. Honestly, I can see why I struggled a lot as a kid here. There's something about his tracking for that attack that's just very annoying. For some reason, he knows when you're going to try and jump over it. Yeah, like I said, if you don't do that jump properly, then it's gonna kill you. Would it have been so much to give us a crystal before we get to this part, though? I don't know what it is, but there's just something about the hitbox on these maces that always screws me over. Okay, now here's the problem. One of these doors leads to a Ballistic Meg rematch. The other leads to another Platform Pete section. The Platform Pete part is exceptionally difficult. I don't remember which one is which. I chose very unwisely. Well, it doesn't look that bad compared with everything else we've done with this guy, but it's still not ideal. Okay, so they're not being any nicer here. Alright. I mean, we probably wouldn't be able to squeeze this into last episode, but there's not much of the game left now. So, Secret Sentinel. There is a sneaky, underhanded trick to this fight. The Secret Sentinel. He's going to shoot energy blasts. Do not use the platforms. The platforms are a red herring. We have to ring all the gongs. And they will eventually stop ringing. So you have to go and ring that one again. The platforms take too long. You have to jump directly from point to point. Also, he can shoot you through the gongs, so you can't hide behind those to avoid an attack. And yeah, that's the secret ending. It's honestly incredibly underwhelming. The idea is that Croc takes one of the crystals with him to ensure that Baron Dante can't be resurrected. It doesn't work. Well, actually no, it does almost work. Because what actually happens is, in the next game, Baron Dante has an eye patch, so presumably the crystal that we took keeps him from getting his eye back, but it doesn't stop him from doing anything else, so it does end up being slightly pointless. Honestly, the standard ending is a lot better. And so that is actually the end of the Let's Play. There's nothing else to show. Unless I want to rematch Baron Dante and play the... You know what? I think I will actually do that. We have 100%. But I'm going to make it a bit easier for myself to integrate the PS1 music track by muting the music. Alright, and so here is what the PS1 music sounds like. Actually, there's one more thing to this fight. I believe in phase 1, if he gets close, yeah, he actually has a different attack, a sort of backhand. And if you get hit, then he will laugh in your face. And he can always hit you when walking back to there, can't he? Music back because might as well have it over the credits and cutscene. Yeah, this is just a better ending cutscene. The secret ending just doesn't seem worth I feel like they at least had purpose with their secret ending in Croc 2, but it still wasn't that much better. I don't know. Even with all that said, I still love this game. I think it's a great time. An influential marketplace of its time. Like, it does have its jank and its clunkiness, but still good. It's brutal, but it's also short. And let's be fair, after seeing this episode with that jailhouse Croc opening room, of course it's brutal. I guess one more thing that I haven't had time to discuss is something I struggle to discuss. The manual. The manual has a certain level of cheekiness and good humour that you just don't see in the game because the game has no dialogue. Like, did you know that Croc became... After Croc grew larger, he could no longer play patty cake with his little gobbo friends without sending them to the emergency room. Or that Croc was actually only one certain name because some of the gobbos wanted to call him Mr. Funsocks or Choo Choo McBoogie. Yeah... Croc is still a very... I don't know how I'd be able to get it because unfortunately I don't have that manual anymore, or at least I don't know where it would be, so I can't read it for everyone like I could for Slide 2. Either way, still a great game. I wish this game used the PlayStation 1 music instead of the PC music, but what can you do? I wish that little graphic with the floating platforms worked, but it's not the end of the world that that's not there. It's still making an old game it's still making an old game now accessible. Yeah, I'm basically tapped out of things to say about it. Next on the channel, I'm probably going to go back to Pokemon Violet and see if I can wrap that up. Because, well, things are things. But also, it looks like Nikkei is going to have a follow-up to the Bredy quests. It looks like we're going to get a feature on Crust next, so might as well show that off. I don't know. Pokemon Violet, then Pokemon Violet, Nikkei, two things to go through there. What could be next? Actually, maybe more Pokemon. I might go back and start doing Pokemon Explorers of the Sky. Because that still needs to be done. I don't plan on 100%ing that game because that's actually awful. But I can at least show the post-game story. Because there was one more side story added by Sky that we haven't seen yet. I see Rayman 3 over in the corner. I do want to get around to Let's Playing that at some point. Ratchet and Clank is always an option, because I want to show the OG PlayStation 2 versions. At some point Trails in the Sky will have to be come back to. And who knows, maybe there's some interesting new title coming out. I might actually buy a Switch 2 so I can show the new Donkey Kong game, because that does look interesting at least. A lot of people are calling that an instant buy though, so I suppose you could always just watch streamers for that. I don't know, I'm not going anywhere with the channel, but I'm definitely going to have to reassess some life choices. Because I'm just not having enough time to do the things I want, alongside all the compulsion games and Let's Playing. I'm not giving up Let's Playing, so I'm gonna have to tone down on compulsion games. That's all there is to it. Is there another game I can consider playing? We already found the jigsaw pieces, mate. Sly 4 has been something I've been considering, but the thing is, I don't think it's on any easily playable console for me at the moment. Because PS3 is wedged right in the middle of backwards incompatibility. Oh well. I suppose that's all there is. 100% completion. Maybe Croc 2 someday. We can only hope. Until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around.